because I don't know how to get that thing to work right. I'm not the kind of people that's going to read directions. I'm like, read directions. That's too much. I just want to plug it and play, and hopefully it works. So if you guys have joined me before, my name is LaRon, and hello, everyone. It's LaRon from SBL here in Pleasantville, New Jersey. I'm sorry that I couldn't come on this morning at 8 o'clock because I had an out of town client. So I had to drive to the client at 6 in the morning, be there by 7, take care of that client because she was sick and shut in, get back on the road by 9. So now I'm here by 10. So I'm sorry that I couldn't take care of you, but every so often I'll have some older clients who need assistance and they can't get out or they can't drive. So I had to take care of that early this morning. Hello, Holistic Hair Doc. I'm glad you joined us today. So, again, everyone, what I want to share with you is the theory of the uninvited guest. Sometimes I'll tell the theory of frostbite and relate that to how you have to mind and watch the signals, because when you're not minding and watching the signals, you can go from having regular 98.6 degree health, you go outside, catch hypothermia, then you get frostbite and you're not even paying attention and you don't know what's going on because you're not watching. So the theory of the uninvited guest is, if everyone is with me, I'm going to give everyone a second. Hi there on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you for joining me. If you guys are ready to hear a story, let me know because I'm about to start. Let me know if y'all want to hear the story about the uninvited guest. Somebody put up a hand. Let me know that you want to hear a story. Because if you don't, I'll just go into today's lesson. Let me know if you want to hear the story about the uninvited guest. Let me know. Let me know. I hope everybody's doing well today. I really do, because you could have been doing anything you wanted on a Sunday. Let me know. We got a couple people in here right now. Who wants to hear about the uninvited guest? Let me see. Evelyn says, going to, and if you can, if you have a good girlfriend or you have a client or someone who may be losing their hair or having a challenge with their hair, please share this live out. Please tap the screen. Let TikTok know that you are enjoying this, and it will continue to share things like this into your feed. Let me know if y'all want to hear a story. Let me know if you want to hear the story about the uninvited guest. I'm checking all of my see. So nope, you don't say anything here. Let me know. Okay, let me know. YouTube, hear the theory of the guest. Here's the very see. Let me see. I don't see anyone that said they want to hear about a story. Anybody want to hear a story on the top? I'm trying to wait a couple minutes before I get started, because once I start, everyone always says, well, what are we talking about? I missed it. Just let me know. Let me know if you want to hear a story. I'm going to wait a second until I see a take hand and it says to hear a story. I'm going to wait. I have to stand to wait a couple extra minutes. Hi, Ray. Thank you. You know you want to hear about the invited guests. Thank you so much. I didn't hear about if anyone else wanted to hear the theory of the uninvited guests. So, Raylene, let me ask a question. By any chance, are you having any challenges with your hair and with your scalp? Because this is a page that calls any hair issues and hair issues. By any chance, have you had any challenges with your hair or any challenges with your hair the past year? Have you had issues where it was sitting, where you okay, good. Did you see your hair just it just started losing density, started thinning? hair started getting, you would have symptoms of maybe dandruff and irritation, redness, and stiffness and swelling. Okay, then this will probably be for you. Good morning, this is great. So I want to tell you the story about the uninvited guest. Now, suppose you own this home, and you go to work one day, you leave the house, you live alone, you don't have kids, you don't have a spouse, you don't have a partner, it's just you leave out the house one day, you don't have to shut the door behind you. So the door kind of pulls closed, but it didn't lock and it didn't catch. It comes in behind you, opens the door. So you come home after your work shift, you've been gone all day, you wondering why you come in the house, you got all these files all in your house, there's a bird upstairs, there's the door wide open. You're like, what in the world? Come home, why is my door open? You don't have an alarm system. You don't know you're good neighbors, so nobody broke in, took anything, nobody robbed you. You're just like, okay, I don't know what happened, but I came home and my door is open. So you just close everything, you walk around the house, you're looking around, you want to make sure everything is good, no one disturbed nothing, nothing's broken, everything's fine. So you think. A week later, you leave the house, you come back home, and there's this smell. And you still haven't been able to get rid of the flies. Because when the door was left ajar, we had all these flies and mosquitoes and things that flew in, but you couldn't quite get all the flies out. So a week later, home, there's this weird smell. Oh, what is this? I don't know what this is. You look around, you look in the kitchen, you can see if there's something left behind in the sink. Is your garbage disposal clean? Did you empty the trash? You empty the trash every day, every week. You get it out, you put it to the curb, you make sure that there's no trash there. And stinky, smelly, you get rid of it. So you just keep going on, keep going on. Then you come home and it's crumbs all over the crumbs all over the floor. You're like, where did these crumbs come from? I'm the only one that lives in this house. Where did the crumbs come from? You just see crumbs all over the place. You clean them up. You're not paying any mind. You're not doing no due diligence. Like I did by myself. Where did these crumbs come from? Oh, maybe I just left it after I ate. I don't know what it is I ate, but I'm gonna just clean this up. Don't worry about it. Another week goes by. You come home, you're running, you overflow the kitchen sink, leaks all in your kitchen. So how this happened? Leave the house in the morning. You go to work. Come home, waters is running all over the kitchen. Come home, it leaked all into the living room. It started buckling and messing up the floor because it ran and ran and ran all day. So you don't call anybody. You don't want to get anybody bothered, kind of embarrassed. You don't want to bother anybody. So you try to take your shop back and drop some water that leaked in the carpet. You try to clean up the water as best you can in the kitchen. You don't call professionals. You don't call somebody to help you. You don't do anything. You just sit there. You clean it up. Another week goes by. The floor starts buckling and caving because it had water beneath it because you didn't have a professional come in to assess that, dry that water out. So now your water has caused your floor to start buckling and it's loosening this foundation. A couple days later, after seeing black people 50,000 all in your kitchen. You don't know what to do, but you start going YouTube, get a couple videos. You go to Ace Hardware near you or Home Depot, you find a product, you spraying vinegar and bleach on the wall and diluted this and that to try to get rid of the mold. You try your best to dry out the kitchen because you didn't know. You tried this thing. So next thing you know, the walls start to buckle. Kitchen. You didn't know you should have pulled the sheetrock out. You didn't know you should have taken everything down to the studs because you were doing what you think you know. You didn't want to call a professional and let the professional fix it. So now you got this black mold. The walls are buckling on the floor. Walls are buckling on the sides. You're like, I can fix it. I can do it. I'll take care of it. No one comes to my house anymore. They don't have to go in the kitchen. They can sit and live. But your living room had all on the floor, so now it's starting to smell different. Your kitchen floor is all messed up. You're kind of embarrassed. You don't want to tell anybody. You don't even want to talk publicly about it because it was an accident. You don't even know how it happened. Then the house starts to lose its foundation and it starts shifting because the walls are soft and your foundation is not what it used to be. So now you got cracks, buckets in the foundation. The insurance man drives by. He says, you need to patch up that foundation. There's some caulk in it, or else we're going to drop you as a client. And who's a homeowner kind of understands where I'm coming from. We're an insurance company. They'll come by, they'll assess you. They'll say, oh, you have some buckles in your foundation. You can fix it. Get the structure fixed, or we're going to drop you as a client. So you do your best to try to fix it as you can. You don't want to put too much money out. You don't really want to spend too much to fix this. But you got it handled. You don't call a professional. So now your house is leaning. You have a bad storm. The storm knocks down. There's a tree that's your property. Tree falls into the home. You a big hole. So you decide not to get the roof fixed. You decide to get the new tarp, make a tarp over it. Okay, well at least I can protect the roof. When rain comes in, I just leave the tarp on. So now the living room's a mess, your kitchen's a mess, the floor is a mess. It leaked all over the place. You got mold all through the house. You want to call a professional. You're trying to fix this all on your own. We had a storm, and our tree done fell in and knocked a hole in the roof. All this, you don't know how it happened. You have the faintest idea that you don't tell anyone about. You don't want to get any help. You want to handle it all this. And now, because you put that tarp on, now you got squirrels in your house. You got raccoons all in your house. And now your house is falling apart because you have termites. Everyone, I give you that scenario because this is what is happening to your body. And one thing starts to happen, you don't pay it any mind. Second thing starts to happen, you don't put it together. Third thing starts to happen, you don't bother getting checked out. You don't tell anybody anything. You try to handle it all yourself. You try to YouTube, but you call yourself trying to fix it. I'll do it myself. I'll just try this. I'll try to fix it myself. You let things go, and you let them linger, and things start building. It makes it all worse. So you decide to ask for any help. If you ask for help, you probably could have just dried out the kitchen. You could have just taken out the carpet, put new carpet, foundation down under your living room. You could have just fixed it. Because you let it go, then your foundation started buckling in the kitchen. Then you try to get professional help. They would have told you because you had water on the floor, it's going to trip holes inside your walls, behind your walls. You're going to take that shit right out. But you saw it. You saw the little lines on the side of your walls. But you don't know any better. Well, you just said, okay, I cleaned up water. But later, all of that brown lines that you put on the side of the wall, mold came in behind it. You didn't know what to do. You tell anyone because you don't know what that. You don't have no company at your house, so no one's going to see you. You take care of it. They don't know what they don't know. So I come here each week, week in, week out. I talk to you about inflammation, your blood sugar, hormone imbalance, why you need to clear your gut, why you need to detox, why eat whole foods and not eat things that are processed in a box, in a bag, in a drugstore drive-through window. I share with you all of these tidbits because the foundations are weakening, everyone. Foundations are weakening, and you have no clue. This is why you have no clue. So, the secret. It's a cat that came in the house. You were out for work that day. You didn't shut the door behind you. So a cat came in. That cat got up into your attic, and you never even knew that cat was there. The cat let in flies because the cat can't close the door behind itself. It sure know how to open the door. So the cat let flies in, let all this vermin coming behind it. Birds came in, got all in the creases of your attic, start nest, more birds came. But you don't know about how to take care of a house. You just said, okay, well, I don't see anything, I can't hear anything. But it was uninvited guests. That cat started pooping over your house. That's where the smell came from. That cat came downstairs when you went to work one day, came through your kitchen, and started pulling out whatever it could pull out and left crumbs all over the place. But you're not paying any of this any mind. You're just like, oh, I think I must have ate something. I didn't clean it up. Cat. So the cat is trying to get some water because when you eat during the day, now the cat needs some water. It can poop, but now it needs water to drink. So it found a way to lift up your faucet. You have water faucet where it doesn't turn on. You have to use cat to lift up. Cat doesn't know how to turn it off. This faucet is still in your kitchen. So now you have a flood in your kitchen. You don't know this cat turned off his faucet. You don't even know that the cat is the uninvited guest. So now your kitchen is off and cold and it leaked into your kitchen. I mean, it leaked into your living room. Then the foundation started weakening. Everyone, when I talk to you all about these are the things that you need to do, these are the things you need to be aware of. Your body has been trying to tell you that red lights are flickering. You're not paying it any mind. So the doctor tells you, oh, your blood pressure is a little elevated today. We're going to put you on no check of how oh, you're on the way to being pre-diabetic. Let's give you this metformin to keep your levels down because you're pushing towards being pre-diabetic. Then you start losing some density in the top of your head. But you're not recognizing the signs. You had no idea you let this come in back. Guess home. You let this cat home. You had no idea. Cat started causing all these problems. What is that cat in real life? It's diet and your lifestyle. You're finding your diet and your lifestyle. So what does your diet and your lifestyle do? You don't work out. You don't watch what it is you eat. You've been eating the same things you've been eating for years. Eventually, your diets become inflammatory to an ever-changing body with hormone imbalances. You're eating the same things every day. Your body can't tolerate that anymore. You can't even digest it like you used to. That food starts causing inflammation. It's causing you to have blood sugar. It's causing you to have high levels of liver fat. Your body is changing before your eyes. You can't handle things you're used to. You have to live a little bit differently. You have to change how you're living because the uninvited guests are causing problems right before your eyes. And because your body's changing, the density of your hair is starting to change. What do? You go look on Dr. Google. You, you, you see something on YouTube. Oh, it worked for them. Maybe it worked for me. You don't ask anybody. You don't tell your hairstylist. You just get your install. You go there, you get another one. Most of these places don't shampoo anymore. All they want to do is braid you up and go. So or you're not getting the benefits of a professional assessment, letting someone look at you and say, that your hair started to thin. What's going on? You don't say anything. And even if you did start to notice it, you're embarrassed. You go to your hairstylist. Who really is not a hair loss expert. She's a hair loss expert in that she gives you the best laid hair ever, but she can't give you any wisdom. You you're not minding the house. You're not keeping it alive. This is exactly how it happens. It creeps in without you even knowing it. So everyone, when I'm here each week and I'm laying down small gems, detoxify your liver, your kidney, your gallbladder, your gut. Make sure you take your probiotic fiber. Make sure that you're not eating a lot of processed foods. Make sure that you're minding your insulin levels. All of this stuff builds. It builds and builds and builds. You realize it, you're gaining weight, gaining sleep. Your hormones are all out of whack. You're losing density on the top. Now you want GLP-1s. Now you have issues. Sometimes GLP-1 use may cause issues with digestion, which may inadvertently cause issues down below, because what happens above affects how you down below. Then you're causing issues you had no idea. So I tell everyone this story about the uninvited guest because these things are creeping like you guys have no idea this is affecting you. So you have to mind your house. Mind your house. Now you're at the point where a tree done fell on your house, put the tarp on, now you have this huge hole in your roof. When all you had to do was fix the foundation. The foundation is making sure that you're taking care of your big four. Vitamins in your milk, taking your pre with probiotics, taking your fiber and your omegas. I'm here each week. I'm talking about blood typing, making sure that you're eating the right food for your type because just because the food is on the earth doesn't mean it's right for you. Some foods cause you terrible amounts of inflammation. That inflammation can cause issues for your hair, your scalp, your wrists, your feet, your ankles, because you're eating that isn't right for you. Some other things that may occur is you have a problem with bacteria. Some kind of way bacteria gets into your body. Some kind of way you're dealing with protozoa or worms in the gut, liver flukes. You have some kind of fungus in your gut. You got some kind of virus. Some kind of virus somewhere along the way came in contact with you. Now you are dealing with the long term effects of this issue. It's like long COVID. Long COVID, I've seen a lot of women and men, the long COVID is still affecting them years later because their body never had the chance to fully deal with it. And because they already had other inflammatory issues, it just keeps hanging around and it makes it worse and worse and worse for you. So when you, someone like me, you're like, I had COVID 2, 3, 4 years ago. I'm still dealing with that. Yes, you are. It's a virus, a bacteria, a protozoa, a fungus, or a virus cause you inflammatory effects and start giving you issues with your hair and scalp. So I talk to you all every single week about this uninvited guest. Uninvited guests are coming to stay in your home. If you're not minding your home, you're going to have an issue. Foundation starts slipping. You're going to get mold on the sides of your walls. The foundation crack and slip. You may have problems with your roof. Your roof may cave in. And once you have a roofing leak, you're going to fix everything. You can't just fix the roof. Now you fix everything else in between. Wow. You, I so appreciate you being with me every week. I want to say, sometimes your hairstylist or someone will say to you, you have a small spot. You said, "Well, I think you need to do something about it." But you don't. You just cover it up. You say, well, I'm not going to take care of it right now. I want this quick weave. I want this crochet. I want this lace. I don't feel like dealing with it right now because I need to make sure my hair is done. Good morning, making moves. I need to make sure my hair is done. I don't care about this spot. Whatever you gotta do, I need you to slay this hair today. I'm not worried about no spot. Those uninvited guests have been showing up at your door for weeks, months, years. You have paid it no mind. Finally, it kicks the door open. How? There's a spot. What happens? The spot just grows and grows and grows and grows to the point often there's not a lot we can do to help you cover that. If it is, it's going to take such a huge investment for you to fix it because you have been minding the house the entire time. So I'm gonna paint a picture. You're either going to have to invest long term with a trichologist to help balance your body, get your body back in balance, or to try PRP, which is costly. Stem cell exosomes, it's costly. If you can find a stem therapy, probably hair therapies, long term treatment plans are costly. If practitioners like myself have to make food with you and provide you service, it will feed for a certain amount of weeks so that it can promote hair growth. So I say all this to say you're going to wind up spending money on lace units, wigs, surgery, FUE, OPT to transplant hair back to areas where you've lost it. When all you have is mind your house, shut the behind so you don't let that cat in. If you let the cat in, it's gonna let the flies in, birds, it's gonna take it into food you eat out. It's going to turn on water by accident, flood your house, causing mold, causing problems with the structure, and then your house is susceptible to falling off its foundation. I'm trying to make it as clean as I can. Have to watch your signals. When your doctor tells you, oh, you may have to put you on high pressure medicine, what can you do? What can you do so you do not have high blood pressure medicine? It can be a calcium channel blocker. If you're blocking calcium in your water, it will eventually cause issues with your hair. Is it a diuretic? Now, if you have to physically hold water or help you with water, it's going to eventually cause problems with your hair because now you're affecting your skin. It's going to be affecting your blood flow is going to be affected because now you're taking mind cardiac function. Anytime you give yourself a synthetic product to balance or alter how things work in the body, it may eventually cause you problems with your hair. Because you're not minding stress levels, you're not minding what it is that you're eating. When you're eating everything in the world and you're on a blood pressure medicine, your doctor tells you, okay, now if you're diabetic, we're going to put you on this metformin like I said earlier. When you're not minding your house, structural issues are going to start happening because you're not minding your house. What can you do? Put down the latte, put down the cake, put down the sweets, down processed food, turn it over, read those labels, bioengineer food ingredients. 20 ways to say sugar are in the product. Try cooking some of the food at home. Try eating out a little bit less. Try doing a salad instead of the french fry. You have to mind your house as best you can. And I make it as plain and simple as that. What else starts to happen as we age? Some of us may have high cholesterol. and our livers getting affected. Our vitamin D levels are getting affected. Those are clear indications that your liver needs a little bit of help. Mind your house, everyone, because if you're not minding small things, you're going to look up one day and see that your hair is going to start changing, the density will start changing. You're going to start losing your hair slowly. Inflammation starts creeping in. So I say all this to say, everyone, it's that simple. By the time people reach me as a psychologist, and I'm going through all the line by line items, I say, this is effective, this is effective, this is effective, this is effective. We have to support all of this so that we can help your body get back in balance, so that you can slow down the inflammation, reset yourself, and you can begin to see hair growth in the next 90 to 120 days. But if you don't meet all of these needs that you haven't been minding, you're not going to get the care that you want, because you can't just fix one thing in the body. You can't just support one thing. You have to go by the hierarchy of needs. What is the most important, and work your way up. But those needs still have to be met. You meet all of the body's needs if you want to balance your body and get your hair back. By the time people reach me as as a psychologist, the market is women and men over 50, because I'm a woman over 50, so I understand the needs and challenges of people that are over 50. Do I service people who are in 20s, 30s, and 40s? Yes. I don't see a lot of them because that's just not the market that I generally serve. But by the time people reach me, they have a litany of issues that have been happening for years, they've been overlooking. They have no idea that whatever happens to the rest of the body, whatever's affecting their nerves and their nervous system, whatever's affecting their arteries and veins, whatever it is that they're eating, they have no idea that it always affects this hair root, the bulb, and the pupa. When you have a poor diet, you're going to decrease how well hair grows. You're actually going to slow it down. When you're not getting enough rest, you're flooding your body full of toxins. You're under a lot of stress. You're actually going to push this hair follicle further up to the top of the scalp. As you push it up further up to the top of the scalp, you're actually going to shorten your growth phase. When you have a lot going on, you're on medication, you deal with a low level virus, you don't have good gut health, your liver fat is out of control, you don't have a good diet, you're actually shortening your growth phase. Your hair does not grow as well as it would if you were doing all things optimally. And because of all that, your body can't energy to make hair. That's why hair growth starts slowing down, because you have so many other additional issues. Like I said, by the time a lot of people leave me at the time in their lives, when they finally say, okay, enough is enough. I tried everything on my own, went to a derm, they gave me shots, they gave me topics, but it still just didn't deliver to me what I wanted. I need to find out what's going on with me. I know something's wrong, but I don't know how to put it together. So while you're not minding your house, you see someone like me, I have all of this that I have to help you put into perspective and balance. So over the next couple of months, while you're giving yourself balance, you're sleeping better, you're eliminating, you're stabilizing your liver fat, you're working on your blood sugar, you're working on all those things that have the body out of balance. And yes, it is a whole lot. If I'm able to even help you restore any followers, I don't know. We have a lot of work. If you not do the work, you may not get your hair back, because all of those needs, like I said, have to be met. Not just one, not just two, not when you feel like it. It has to be done. My name is Laron Portland. I'm a certified trichologist and holistic hair loss practitioner here in Pleasantville, New Jersey. I'm also an educator. I educate and train beauty professionals to do exactly what I do each week, each day, which is educate others about their issues. what it is I'm gonna do. I find out what it is that's out of balance in your body. I share with you how all of those items impact you and your health. I give you a plan to fix it. I do in treatment services, or I send you home with all the products so that you can find it on your own. So when you are having a challenge with your hair, your scalp, everyone, and you have no idea how to fix it, you have to have a team around you so that you can find out how you're going to skin this cat. So I say that that's an old term. My grandmother used to always say, there's more than one way to skin a cat, baby. There's a lot of ways that you can get to getting healthier. However, you have to have a team of people. You have to have your dermatologist and assess your skin. They can give you your biopsies. They can give you topical treatment. They can give you ketoconazole. They can give you an they can do all of that. But you still need someone to give you a plan. Me, me. You need the plan. Where did all of this come from? Where did it come from? I'm going to show you how the cat got in your house and caused all these issues. I'm going to go by all of those line by line items. Dermatologist doesn't have the time in the day to do that. That's not what they do. They assess skin, dermatologists, skin specialists. I'm a trichologist. I assess hair issues. So I'm going to tell you how all of these issues got you here today. Then you may, if you're a woman, you need your nurse practitioner or your OBGYN to do HRT needs, something to help you topically, something that you can put on as a pack or a cream to help balance your hormones. And then last but not least, you may need your hairstylist because you have to tell your hairstylist, look, I don't want to my trichologist and she's going to my scalp a mess. I have to clean my scalp every single week. I can't keep this crochet in for 12 weeks anymore. I got to take this out because she said my scalp is horrible. And if I don't get this off of my scalp and I don't detoxify my scalp on a regular basis, I'm going to lose the rest of my hair. Can you help me? Your hairstylist is going to find innovative ways to create something that you can put on and off each week and put back on. She's going to help bless you with the style that's comfortable for you so that you can get to your scalp. So you need the resources of everyone. Your job, your hairstylist, your psychologist, and your hairstylist. If you can, use your HRT professional as well to keep things if you're having hormonal challenges. Again, everyone, I say all this to say you have to mind your house. You have to mind your house. Not everyone is going to be able to shut the door behind them. Some of us are leaving. You don't know that the door's open. Let the cat in. The cat starts causing all this damage. You're going to have to call a professional. Let the professional help you fix everything in the house because you can't always fix it on your own. You can do research, still may not be correct. You need to let the professional do what the professional does. If any of you within the sound of my voice need any help virtually or in person, you can look up SBO hair loss. Check out our Google right here in the Atlantic City area of New Jersey. I also help people with their hair and scalp issues by giving you a treatment plan virtually. You don't have to be physically in my space for me to be able to assist you. I can take care of everything I need to take care of with being in Chicago, New York, Mexico, wherever you are, as long as there's an internet connection. Don't worry about how we get it done. We get it done. We have resources. There's the mail. We can ship out everything to you that we need to make this happen. Addiction, take care of the rest. When you are having issues with your hair and scalp, please reach out to my website, leave me a comment, leave me a post, tell me what it is I can do to get started. All it takes is 15 minutes. You schedule an appointment with me for 15 minutes. You tell me all about what's going on, what your concerns are, and I share with you which of our plans how to suit you best. Get started with this one. Get started with this plan. I think you need this plan because you're having X, Y, Z issues. We have something for every budget. We have something for some people say, I can do it all. I want to work on my nutrition. I want to work on scalp. I want to work on everything. I want everything on all the other uses. or you can just stick your toe in water, come in for a quick hair and scalp exam. Whatever you want to do, we can take care of it for you. But don't not buying your house. If you walk in your house and you just don't know where the smell came from, you don't know where all the flies came from, you don't know how the water got turned on, let the professional find out. The professionals want to go through your house. They're going to see cat poop and say, you got a cat in this house. The cat let the birds in. Cat, cat turned the water on. Let a professional come in, get the cat house back together before going off the foundation and you have more problems. Sometimes if the problems go, you may not be able to fix it on your own. Thank you for my hearts. Find a professional to work with you, help you get yourself together. Whatever issues you've been facing, if you had a dermatologist say you had traction, that you have CCCA, you're having some other additional issues, let's work it out. Let's support you in ways that maybe your dermatologist cannot, because you need more support. You need a community. You need a village. Let me be part of that village. Again, finally, my name is LaRon Calls. At Hair Loss Center NJ in Pleasantville. I have been having my internet all day, and I apologize that it's going in and out. I've been having problems with the internet, so I apologize. You can find me again at hairlosscenternj.com, or you can just inbox me, send me a comment on any of the platforms that you're watching me on now. I thank you for joining me. See you next week, everyone.